All right. Audience ready?
Hello everyone. As you may all know, America has a tremendous amount of Latinos in its population. In 2010, according to the U.S. Census, America contained 50.5 million Latinos in its population of 308.7 million at the time. However, out of all of these Latinos in America, only 3.3% of the total number of roles on television are given to Latinos. Now let me ask you this. When you watch a television show with a Latino man or woman, don't certain images pop into your mind? The maid, the criminal, or the overly hysterical one. Let's not forget the one that is even more constantly seen, the sexy Latino or Latina. To assume that these depictions are harmless is an understatement. There is such a great amount of Latinos in this country, yet they are limited to such a small amount of roles that degrade and give them a bad image in the eyes of others. With the subservient and overly sexual roles constantly misrepresenting Latinos in America on primetime television, the Latino adolescents of today not only begin to believe in such stereotypes depicted, but even have a lower self-esteem as a result. I assume that shows such as Devious Maids and Modern Family ring a bell. In these shows, we see classical exaggerations of Latino characters. Is it much of a surprise to know that in the show Devious Maids, all of these domestic servants are Latinas working for rich people in Beverly Hills? We may think that it is such a great idea to have the Latino population finally represented in roles that are greater than those that they are usually given. Yet, these roles still limit them. They are still maids. They are still treated as less. And, in most cases in the show, they are still seen as overly sexual, poor, or even violent. Now let's take a look at Modern Family. Sofia Vergara, a gorgeous Colombian woman, feeds into stereotypes that are obvious to the public. Sofia Vergara is the sexy Latina trophy wife, with the strong accent and the curvaceous figure. Once again, something that is not new in television today, as 24.1% of Latinos are portrayed as overly sexual on media. Now, the word sexy, it sounds harmless, doesn't it? Well, when we have Latino children watch approximately 4.5 hours of television a day, we can start to see where the harm comes in. When they only see images of their race being sexy, violent, or subservient, adolescents actually begin to internalize those images. Many theories have even concluded that Latino adolescents actually begin to believe in the stereotypes made about them on television. They have constant images presented to them, made to seem as if they were true. If you were to ask a Latino teen to explain how they felt about themselves, and one referred to their race, we can't expect that that response would be also positive. Studies have even shown that Latino teens, despite the sexy image, had their self-esteem fall just around the middle, the lowest being their appearance. Even worse, those people whom they're supposed to be looking up to underrepresent them and display images that could just make them question whether there is a true Latino representation on television. Gina Rodriguez, an actress from the award-winning show Jane the Virgin, once said, "Acting is how I'll be able to change how Latinos are viewed in media, and change how little girls see and talk about themselves. Little steps like these, rather than just increasing the amount of Latinos on television, can change how how Latinos are depicted in media. Slowly our nation is moving towards that change by having shows such as Ugly Betty or The George Lopez Show. But it is still constantly halted by ignorance or ideas that may depict the Latino culture as something hysterical. Sadly, the number of shows that move away from stereotypes of Hispanics are still minimal, and therefore, what most people see are not Latinos trying to reach the American dream, but just the physical attributes and repetitive negative stereotypes. Little girls and boys should be growing up in a society where they can be proud of who they are and where they are from. And surprisingly, the only change that can be made is by us, the viewers. Television has the power to allow us to see different cultures, but we have to make sure that those depictions are not only accurate, but also make people proud of who they are.